News with Gina.
The News with Gina Grad.
Sorry, Steve. Steve, can you talk about what you were talking about off the air?
Yeah, I was just I was asking you how you feel about staying in California, et cetera, et cetera. And after the 5th month, my wife and I, we always liked Los Angeles, but never loved it.
Yeah.
She's a Minnesota girl. I'm Rust Belt. I'm Pittsburgh. And I'm like, I always liked it, but even like now at Seal Beach, I really don't go to the beach all that often. I'm not a beach guy.
What about seals? You left.
Are they good enough for you?
Well, I bring the ball
Seal
down,
Beach.
and I'm waiting for them to balance it. It never happens.
No, I will say this. All right, here's my. You guys can tell me I've not really thought about this. It's a combination when you've lived in Los Angeles your whole life, and you think about these other places. These other places didn't have a fill in the blank. My new thing is if it's got a fucking P.F. Chang's, I'll move there. Because you've reached a certain
Jersey
level,
Mike's? Okay, yeah.
certain level of civilization. But when you start traveling, as we all do, and you really start traveling, getting into the kind of the nooks and the cracks of places, you play a comedy club. Play the comedy club, you hang out for 2.5 days. Saturday, you got nothing to do all day. Find yourself walking around town. And you now find yourself walking around going, not too shabby.
Yeah.
Hey, this is not bad. So when I was a kid in Southern California, if you would have said Salt Lake City, I would have been like, a podunk. Come on, man.
Right,
Or
yeah.
Nashville. So I'm not a shit kicker. Like, whatever it is. So what's going on and why so many people are flirting with this is California is going down, but these other places are going up. There's plenty of, Carolinas and stuff like that. There's plenty of good places around, and Southwest is getting cheaper. So transportation's getting cheap. California going down, many places in the rest of the country heading up. So wouldn't that be a recipe for people leaving SoCal?
Yeah, I tell you, the time just before everything hit, I took the 101. I went off Gower, and my buddy had a juice shop, so I went to go support. And I pull off the Gower eggs off the 101. I see all these tents.
Right.
I'm like, what is going on here? So I go into the shop. I go, is there like a music festival here? They go, what are you talking about? I go, I see all these tents. And they're like, they started laughing at me. They go, that's the homeless. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's a big encampment right there.
Oh, my God. Wash station, latrine. Like, come on in. Make yourself at home.
Yeah, to me, when they got into my old neighborhood in sort of Studio City, Valley Village, because the valley and that part of the valley was always impervious to the homeless. Homeless was like Skid Row and downtown, or maybe it spilled into Silver Lake. When I saw the other day the latrine and the wash station and everything off of Ventura Boulevard, off the Ventura Freeway on Laurel Canyon, I was like, we have jumped the fucking shark, man.
Yep, and that's why I after the 5th month, my wife and I, we just said, let's get the hell out of here. And I had romanticized Nashville as one of those cities. I'm like, not too shabby. And the more I explored it, I talked to a good friend, Nate Bargatze, a great comic, and he gave me the lay of the land. I went out, I looked at it, and our home gone, and we're going out to Nashville, I think, sometime in December. So
yeah, you walk around Nashville, and it is, in many of these cities, not only are they fairly metropolitan, but because they're all sort of on the rise, things are newer. Like the downtown is newer, things are fresher, like things aren't old and sort of coming undone. So a lot of choices these days.
In all of our many travels, when we were traveling, God, it was at least once or twice a month, at least when I started. And I'm from the Midwest, and I had no plans of ever going back.
Yeah.
But two places that still stick out to me from all of our Carolla live show plethora of tours is Royal Oak, Michigan, and Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wow, Louisville's great.
Yeah.
Loved.
Yeah. And even places, I don't recommend Houston, let's be honest, but Indianapolis is really nice town to walk around too. All right, Gina, what do you got?
Well, we got some sad news to start with. Jeff Bridges tweeted something that is quite the bum out. He's been diagnosed with lymphoma. He said it on Monday. He said, as the dude would say, new shit has come to light. He added, I've been diagnosed with lymphoma. Although it's a serious disease, I feel fortunate to have a great team of doctors and the prognosis is good. I'm starting treatment and will keep you posted in my recovery. He then said, and he's 70, by the way, he thanked his friends and family for encouraging him, and not sure when he got the diagnosis, but he did just go public with that.
Wow.
I don't want a world. I want a world where he's in it. There's certain guys I need, certain people I don't need. We should be able to trade. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you like 2 Kardashians
for one Bridges.
For one Bridges.
Throw in Bo.
Yeah, I'd like Bo. I'd like Bo to stay.
Yeah, but he's always on the table.
Right.
Yeah, because we got to make the cap. So it may be dealing days.
It's a great line.
Dealing days.
Well, it's a funny concept until I get the fucking tap on the shoulder one day. What? You've been traded.
Yeah.
We got to save Rachel Maddow.
Kimmel's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you the cast of Veep.
Right.
We get to keep, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're keeping the cast of Veep.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's been a couple of years since anyone's seen hide or hair of Bill Cosby, but TMZ has obtained his updated mugshot, and it is rough. He's 83. He was sentenced in 2018 to 3 to 10 years in Pennsylvania for sexually assaulting Andrea Constant, Pennsylvania prison, that is. And do you have the original mugshot, Kaylin? You really just go back and forth between 2 years. What a difference 2 years makes. One, at least, he looks like Bill Cosby. The newer one, he's very disheveled. And I mean, I don't know if he's still doing his Sunday service in the prison that he had been doing for so long, but that is the newest mugshot, and we can put that up so people can see it.
Wow, that's like the Black Nick Nolte.
Yeah, he's going down that road. His your nose never stops growing or getting wider. And there's that. And the hair's, he's got a little Krusty the Clown going on a little. Yeah. And not only Krusty the Clown, but the clown from In Living Color. A little bit. Homie. He's got a little homie.
Homie the clown.
Homie meets Krusty. Also, it's got to be weird to be like a new inmate and run across this version of Bill Cosby. Yeah. Like where you go like, who's that guy? And someone goes, I don't know. And some other guy goes, that's Keyless Chuck. He's the janitor. No, that's Bill Cosby. You'd be like, get the
America's
fuck?
Dad?
I used to watch reruns of the Cosby Show when I was on the outside. Like, that is him. God. We should, what we need to do? We need to remember back in sitcoms, there was a trope in a sitcom where they would find the Japanese soldier who still thought World War II was going on and who was on an island. And evidently this existed, but I think they took it a little too far. We need to isolate. We need to pull people out of the population and end them. Like, you'll end at 1989, you'll end at 2002, and then we'll bring them out and we'll go, Bill Cosby? Yeah, this is Bill Cosby.
This is what happened, baby.
This is what happened, baby.
Surprise.
Yeah.
As long as I have my beloved Bruce Jenner, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, well.
What do we tell you about Donald Trump?
Right.
Oh, my God.
How does this new mugshot help anyone? Like, ma'am, is this the man who assaulted you? No.
Yeah, he's in prison. Do you have to update him every few, like you're at the DMV?
Right.
I guess it's weird.
Make sure you're still an organ donor. So, speaking of disgrace, writer and CNN senior analyst Jeffrey Toobin has been suspended by the New Yorker magazine and is on leave from CNN after he reportedly exposed himself on a corporate Zoom call. Who among us? Staff writers at the New Yorker and employees from WNYC were on a video call preparing for election night coverage. And the New York Times reports that during a pause in the call for a breakout session, those are when you kind of like go to different rooms to deal with, various people. Mr. Toobin switched to a second call that was the video call equivalent of like a phone sex call, according to two people who were familiar with it. And they spoke under anonymity. Asked Monday afternoon about reporters that he had exposed himself to, Mr. Toobin said, I am made an embarrassingly stupid mistake, believing I was off camera. I apologized to my wife, family, friends, coworkers, but he's decided to take a little time off. They're saying it was his decision.
See, I heard this story at first, and it's like he'd exposed himself, and I was like going, all right, so his pants were down on a Zoom call.
Just
Came out of the shower or something. Yeah.
Whatever,
Like I said,
bath
who among us?
sash in the bath. But I think he was beating off.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what they're saying, that he was on basically
that's-
a video phone sex call, and he thought he had taken the other call.
But you don't have to beat off immediately. There's a sort of cooling down period.
I got to know you.
Yeah. What's your favorite pizza topping? So was he beating off on this? Okay, well, we should say beating off because he was beating.
He was jerking
is it unclear or was he beating off?
Well, he inappropriately exposed himself.
No, you can't keep saying that because everyone's inappropriately exposed.
I think anytime the laptop comes up, a guy is 3 pages away from ending up jerking off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially you get me on Bring a Trailer on a Sunday morning.
Clear out.
69 Camaro, Z28, low mileage.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I'm going to get going now.
This headline on Fox says
Well, they're gonna tell, yeah.
Jeffrey will probably return to CNN after masturbation scandal dies down.
Yeah. The problem with expose yourself is that could be any one of us at any time with the bathrobe coming open.
Right.
The beating off is a little bit of a different animal. I still respect the man. I'm just trying to. There's a difference between there's a difference between exposure and beating off. Exposure is showing somebody a knife, and beating off is stabbing them.
Right. Yeah.
I need to. It's nuanced, but in the eyes of the law, it makes a difference to Judge Adam.
Right.
Did you brandish, or
Did you penetrate?
or did you shiv? Right.
Yeah,
Right.
the more you read about it, he was definitely jerking, though.
Yeah.
That what appears to be it. Because if it's anyway, if it was, I don't know, Max Baz.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing too. But now, keep in mind, he is a CNN reporter, so they could be protecting him by just saying exposing. But everywhere else that I've read, it's reportedly his screen went down a little bit. So his camera, he flipped his camera, went down, and it showed the goods, and they saw him working
the goods. Yeah, because if it just goes down, it's like I made a mistake, or we all done a Zoom in our fucking underpants or whatever. I think it's the beating off part that caused this.
Rub people the wrong way.
Yeah,
Hello.
CNN told him to beat it. They yanked him off the
right.
air. You can keep doing it. Yeah, I mean, just.
Well, we do have more answers for the next presidential debate, which is, hours away at this point.
Well,
mere
hold
hours.
on. Was Toobin doing a Zoom call like a business call?
Yes, but from the story, he took another Zoom.
Right, but
which would
what
be
was his
like,
original? What was his original?
It was
call?
election night coverage
they were
discussion
discussing.
for the,
Oh,
with the
geez.
work staff.
Jesus. This first off,
He's really going to be excited when Trump loses.
I don't know. This guy's a multitasker. Like my thing. I'm so uncoordinated. I can't beat off and chew gum at the same time. I can't beat off and shoot gum at the same. I mean,
There's only 24 hours in a day, right, guys? What's up, Your Honor? Okay.
all right.
So,
It was an election simulator. That's right. All right. Sorry.
So speaking of election simulators, the thing that we were all prepared for and probably shouting at our television screens during the first debate is what's going to happen, apparently, at this next debate. We likely won't see a lot of interruptions, or at least we won't hear them super well, because on Monday, the sponsors of the second and final debate between Trump and Biden said that their mics will be muted when their time is up. So, you'll hear some shouting at a distance, but you won't hear it very clearly, I imagine. The commission said that while one of the candidates is given their 2 minutes to answer each question, the other mic will be muted. The final debate will be moderated by Kristen Welker of NBC. It's scheduled for Thursday at 9 Eastern in Nashville.
She's a nasty woman. I don't like her. She's nasty.
Oh, no. Oh, she's not an impartial third party.
I don't like her. Nasty woman.
Oh, geez.
This mic thing is probably going to help Trump, so he probably shouldn't protest.
I watched the last debate. I muted it, and I still heard Trump. I don't know how that's possible,
really?
But it happened. Yeah,
and I had it muted, and I got spittle on me from Trump. So
You better get checked, buddy.
we're going 4K, man. But the only thing I could tell from the whole thing, and I know everyone thinks I'm a fucking dick all the time, but I was looking at the topics, and it's like, number one, COVID. And I was like, okay, it's been talked about quite a bit, but fine. Number two, race in America. It's like, could we give it a fucking break?
Yeah.
Could we just give it a fucking break? It's people don't like racism. We live in a non-racist country. The reason everyone from around the world tries to get here is because of that. Could we just fucking give it a break? I get it. Biden's he doesn't like racism. Trump is going to have trouble saying it. He doesn't like racism. Move the fuck on. Then they're both going to tell some sort of story about what they did for a black person or about how we have to, reimagine policing or whatever the fuck it is. Can we stop talking about race so much? It's fucking insane. 2021 is 2 months away. It doesn't need to be the second thing they talk about on the debate. It's all we talk about. It's understood, and there's nothing they can say about it on that debate stage that's going to clear anything up or fix anything that has to do with race. Can we pick a fucking subject, economy or something, schooling, whatever, something, foreign affairs, something that's got a little more fucking meat on the bone instead of this esoteric race fucking thing? We all make ourselves heroes every 5 minutes. We're going to have dialogue. You need a seat at the table. And then you pull up the seat at the table. Now we have an honest dialogue about fucking race. Jesus Christ. You can keep fucking talking about it. You'll never fucking fix it by talking about it. And no candidate explaining what he's going to do about it ever fucking touches it because you can't get to it from where they are.
I am so incensed. After this show, I'm pushing over 3 statues. I'm just letting everybody out there know.
Nice.
And burning a ballot box.
Yeah. Ooh. I agree with
Speaking
you
of that,
100%.
Did you
Crazy.
they should ask about, what do you think of 50 Cent? Do you see that he tweeted something like, I'm Trump all the way now. I don't care if he likes black people or not. Joe Biden's new tax policy that's going to put like a 62% tax on anyone that makes more than $400,000. I'm Trump all the way. So maybe talk about 50 Cent.
You want to talk about civil liberties. Them taking in California, I think it was 63% of your income. We're fucking sailed right past 50%. And we're now past 60%. We get 37%. We get to take home 37% of what we make if you make more than $400K. That is civil liberty crushing. That's the fucking government taking more than half your money. Like, we never stop talking about, abortions and the right to this, and that guy burned a flag, and what about free speech zones and all. How about them taking 60-something% of the money you earn? That doesn't seem like a civil liberty impingement.
I know a good realtor.
Jesus Christ. And New Jersey, New York. I mean, they're all,
and by the way, don't
60 plus.
It's not just that. They're going to rake the citizens over the coals of California the next 5-10 years to make up for all that lost revenue that they've been missing out on these last 7 months.
Okay.
Oh, no, they're not. They're just going to follow the people who leave for 10 years, right?
Right.
That's true, too, yeah.
They're going to fucking tag them like a caribou. Newsom's going to be up in the tree with binoculars and a fucking walkie-talkie. A decade at. Look, anyone who lives in one of those cities, anybody who lives in one of those cities and makes more than $400K a year is going to move. Mm-hmm. That's how it works. Okay. I don't know. This doesn't, when we're talking about like government overreach, or we're talking about big government, or we're talking about the citizens, doesn't taking more than 60% of the money you earn, that doesn't feel like the ultimate overreach? God damn. It's like we just fucking sit around and talk about abortion. We talk about religious freedom and all that stuff. Great. How about my cut is in the 30s? My cut is in the 30s now. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Is there something attractive about that, or you just get to go Fuck all those rich people. And by the way, you live in California, you live in L.A., and you make $407,000 a year. You ain't rich. That's for goddamn sure.
But you're privileged.
You're privileged.
This is
right.
why.
That's right.
It's a privilege tax. That's what's happening.
All right.
Well, let's move on to something a little lighter. Now that Borat
Thoughts?
has
Do you guys have
movie,
thoughts about this?
Do we have thoughts?
Yeah.
I think it's insane.
It is insane. Is it a progressive tax where like you make a certain amount and that amount gets taxed at 62%? I'm assuming it is, but I don't know. I didn't know the story.
Certain amount is over $400K, I think.
62%, 63%. And that's the thing, because for those of us who don't make $400,000, what is the incentive for me to I have 2 jobs now as it is. What's the incentive for me to find a third job if I know the more I make, the more is going to be taken away from me?
Yeah, the sweet spot's like just underneath that. You want to like cap it like right there, though, if you can.
Right. So it's insane. It's fucking insane. It's $400,000. So, well, you're certainly going to move if you get to over 400. All right.
Right. There's no reason to stay. Now that Borat has a new movie out, he's starting to do some press. He was last seen on Jimmy Kimmel Live Monday night promoting Borat's subsequent movie film, Delivery of Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. And the first thing he did when he came out was let Jimmy Kimmel know that there is a new virus called the coronavirus. It's out of Wuhan, Israel, started by the Jews. And he then went into a questionnaire with Jimmy to make sure he wasn't infected. Here's a clip.
Health questionnaire, normal Kazakh plague questionnaire. Mm-hmm. In the last week, have you been in the presence for more than 15 minutes of any Jews?
Yes, all of our writers and none of our camera guys are Jews. Yeah.
That's funny.
Is that bad?
This is very bad.
Oh.
That is one. Oh. And your diet. As a member of Hollywood elite, have you recently drunk any unpasteurized children's blood?
Unpasteurized? No, I have not.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Not in any pizza parlors recently?
No, I have the pizza delivered to the house, yeah.
And for the contact tracing, I need the names and addresses of the last 12 prostitutes you have been with.
I'm going to have to get back to you with that.
Why, there are more?
Yeah.
And were any of them women? No. Yes, I did not think so. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite position to make sexy time?
What does that have to do with the virus?
Nothing. I just want to know. I'm a fan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to imagine you. It's not swing, yeah. Yes, this is your catchphrase.
The answer is laying on my back like a seal. Yeah.
You made it with a seal.
No, I didn't.
Naughty.
It's funny shit.
Then he tried to penetrate him with a thermometer and a 10-foot pole, and it got crazier from there. But great promotional junket by Borat. I think the movie's going to be a success.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. When is it out? Is it?
It's going to be on Amazon
Friday.
Prime on Friday, right?
Oh, Amazon Prime.
All right. Well, we were talking about anchovies earlier and, picky people, picky kids. We've even done segments on this show. You've done it on your old radio show. Will Angie eat it? Will Andrew eat it? Well, this is refreshing. This is the kid we should all strive to be. This little 4-year-old went viral on social media recently when he might be literally the least picky eater of all time. His mom did several taste test challenges with him and edited them all together. His thumbs up are for foods he likes, thumbs down for foods he doesn't like. But he liked everything. He liked pickled beets. He liked kippered herring. The only food he didn't seem to like was horseradish, balsamic vinegar, and wasabi. Here are some of the other things he said yes to. Let's all be this kid.
It's Mike August, illegitimate kid.
That's right.
Well, he is black.
Taste test challenge. All right, first we have pickled beets. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Spicy pickle. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up.
Quite the
Seaweed. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Black coffee.
It's thumbs up.
And it goes, I mean, it's like 5 minutes long. There's nothing this kid won't eat except basically wasabi.
Yeah, I feel like there's enough on TV I can watch. I don't know. I don't know if this kid's going to.
Those Love Boat episodes are going to wash themselves.
It's not that they're going to, that they need to give him.
That had an element of when the squirrel is snowboarding, except for you just see the squirrel duct taped to the snowboard and they push it down the hill.
Have you ever given a toddler a spicy pickle and seen what happens to them?
Many times.
They are very upset.
Oh, you didn't let me finish my thought.
Wait, when you say give him the spicy
quite
pickle,
frequently, several times earlier today. No,
I thought about this kid in the last few days and thought if he can try that, I can definitely try whatever I'm about to.
I think that kid figured out that it was cool to give the thumbs up after whatever it is they tried.
But there was no
positive
wincing.
reaffirmation, dopamine effect.
It could have been, that could have been cooked or coached, is what I'm saying. I hate to be that guy, but I believe that we, the U.S. government, took down the Twin Towers, and I believe that kid was coached.
I miss the good old days of watching a fat girl fall off a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's what I want to watch.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss that. Where's Saget?
Since you guys are so anti, your thumbs down the little kid, I'm going to just do this for Brian because I don't care anymore. And I've been sitting on it because I hate it. But Brian, let's make you happy. How about that? The first 90s song has logged 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Yes.
And it's stupid.
It's only
Wonderwall.
It should only go to the greatest song ever made.
1995 song. It has now surpassed Queen, which was, of course, Bohemian Rhapsody and Oasis. Congratulations on your billionth stream on Spotify.
Good. Wipe all the other pretenders away.
Best band in the world.
You and Brian need to talk after.
Steve.
Oh, yeah. I got my Pretty Green jacket on. This is Liam Gallagher's clothing company. I love Oasis.
Wow, Gina, who could have fucking seen this coming?
I'm going to throw my computer out the window.
Brian, I'm coming over.
How many Oasis shows you been to?
Oh, God. 7. I got a guitar signed by Noel. Met Liam and Noel in Vegas. Yeah, love them. Massive
We may have
fan.
been a couple of the same shows over the years. I've probably been about 7. Yeah, probably about that.
I went to the one at the Joint at the Hard Rock where Brandon Flowers said he walked in at the end and saw them perform and said, that's what I want to do. So
yes, I saw them at the Joint
ticket
Hard Rock
stuff.
too. This would have been 2002-ish.
We got to prick thumbs in front of a fireplace tonight and swap blood.
And Gina, I'm sad to report this, but I got to wrap up this Oasis love affair because I got to see Oasis tribute band in the Burbank Costco parking lot called. Yes.
Noasis?
No, they're called Mirage.
No. Yeah.
It's a Mirage. It's a desert thing. But,
yeah, they're doing it at the Costco Oasis.
Yeah, so we're all pretty heavily into Oasis.
All right.
So we're fighting pretty hard for that
team. Have a good day.
All right. So wait a minute. That is the most streamed song in the world.
Now it's rivaling Bohemian Rhapsody that had already passed 1 billion. Now Wonderwall has passed 1 billion.
Jesus, good
It was
God.
the first 90 song to pass 1 billion.
Oh, the first 90. All right.